Africa's population growth rate is among the highest in the world, and the continent is facing an increasing gap between food production and consumption. And the lack of sustainable agricultural practices is partly to blame.
Sustainable business is about making sure that we are managing sustainably the resources we need to make our production.
But the greatest hindrance to the continent's food sufficiency is investments, or the lack of it, even though African heads of state developed the Maputo Declaration in 2003 that required each country to channel 10% of its national budget to agriculture.
Out of the 53 countries that have made that commitment, only 9 of them have reached that threshold of 10%. 9 out of 53, I think there is nothing to celebrate 10 years later.
So now the spotlight is shifting to the private sector to bridge the financing gap and support the African farmer, especially the small-scale farmer.
It really doesn't require a lot of financing. I think the whole issue around mortgages and financing, the banks need to get involved. Probably, they have a law that says 10% of your lending should be to agriculture, real agriculture, not agriculture bonds.
Poor infrastructure and high costs of operations are some of the challenges that confront the private sector in the agriculture business. These challenges discourage investments, and African governments have been urged to smooth out the support structures necessary to attract the private sector investments. Zainab Wandati, NTV Business.